Congratulations on becoming a knight and choosing to live on the UCF campus. You made a great choice. I'm Ariel.
And I'm Paul. And we can't wait to have you in one of our on-campus communities. Now I know you have a few questions.
No, not really. But my mom was wondering, when do I get my assignment? And what about my roommates?
And where am I going to be able to eat? Where am I going to be able to get my mail when I come to UCF? How am I going to be able to pay my bills? Am I going to be able to pay my bring my pet lizard? Am I going to be able to bring my bike on campus?
Okay, maybe more than a few questions.
Don't stress. We're here to provide all the answers to your questions and give you all the information you need for before, during, and after move-in.
Maybe we should just get started.
Yeah, you're right.
The first thing most people want to know is where they're going to be living and who they're going to be living with.
Yeah, I've been checking my mail every day, but nothing.
Nope. Once assignments are made, you have to log on to your MyUCF account. On that website, you'll find your P.O. box, your roommate information, and your room assignment.
We suggest that you get to know your roommates beforehand.
Yeah, put my Facebook detective skills to the test.
While Facebook can be fun, we don't think it's the best representation of someone. We suggest you get to know someone in person, not online.
Good advice.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
I know.
I hate to break up this love fest, but what do I bring?
Bring to campus. I'm glad you asked.
Has this ever happened to you? Packing for college? Didn't know what to bring, so you just brought everything? Feel like you're carrying the weight of the world?
Yes!
Well, stop the madness. The future is brighter and lighter.
Great! Can someone help me?
Introducing UCFhousing.com. On this very thorough website, you can find a plethora of information regarding housing move-in under the link conveniently labeled Move-In Information. The packing list is yours free with UCFhousing.com and reminds you to bring the basic essentials featuring hits like linens, towels, trash can, clothes hangers, and not too much more. So say goodbye to overpacking and make life easy with the packing list on UCFhousing.com.
Thanks, UCFhousing.com.
UCFhousing.com also features what not to bring. Most importantly, weapons, drugs, candles, and pets.
Does that mean Fluffy can't come to college?
Only if Fluffy can breathe underwater and fits in a 10-gallon tank.
You hear that, Fluffy? We're going to college!
We interrupt this program with a very serious and important message. Weapons are not allowed on campus. Guns, knives, airsoft guns, BB guns, throwing stars, machetes, or even toy guns that may be perceived as real are not allowed on campus. Possession of these could result in eviction. Illegal drugs are strictly prohibited in UCF housing, and possession or use will result in immediate loss of housing. Visit UCFhousing.com and see the Community Living Guide for more information. And most importantly, don't forget photos of friends and family from home. UCFhousing.com for all your move-in needs.
Man, all this talk of moving is making me hungry.
Same. Let's grab a bite to eat.
Hey, what about me? What am I going to eat when I come to college?
Okay, 2 birds, 1 stone. Let's go. I definitely recommend incoming freshmen purchase a meal plan from Dining Services.
They have a ton of great options. From fresh and healthy to good old comfort food.
It's also a great way to get adjusted to college life. You can hang out, be social, and meet new people.
And while it's not required to live on campus, I definitely recommend it.
What if I don't feel like leaving my room?
There are rooms on campus that actually deliver.
But takeout's expensive, and you're on a budget, so you can cook in your room. If you live in any of our residence halls, you can have a small mini fridge up to 5 cubic feet, a microwave up to 1,000 watts, and a coffee maker. If you live in any of our apartment styles with a full kitchen, you can have a toaster oven, and a George Foreman style grill. Remember, these are not allowed in any of our residence halls.
If you have little experience in the kitchen, you might want to get some tips before you leave home.
Especially if you're going to be in one of our apartment styles with a full kitchen. It turns out that if you set off the smoke alarms just because of smoke, the fire department still has to come out, and they do have to charge you a $300 charge, and that ain't fun.
Wait, was that you?
Let's not talk about it, okay?
Speaking of fire safety, Welcome back, everyone. Before the break, Jake was telling us his story. We're going to let him finish. Now tell us what happened.
When I got back, everything was covered in water. I mean, my books, my computer, and even my shoes. Ruined.
Now, Doctor, can you tell us what could have prevented this personal tragedy?
Well, the first thing you gotta know, son, is that the state, the university, or no one else that you want to blame is responsible for theft or damage to your property. If you only had renter's insurance, if you had renter's insurance, you could have paid to replace everything, including your precious shoes.
That is amazing.
I'll tell you what, Jake. If you go to UCFhousing.com and check out their move-in resources, you can see a full list of some companies that provide renter's insurance. But remember, we don't endorse a specific one.
Well, Jake, audience, I have a surprise for you all today. Jake, you're getting renter's insurance. You're getting renter's insurance. You're getting renter's insurance. You're all getting renter's insurance.
Okay, I'll let my parents know about that. Seems like more their deal. Just one more question. Can I bring my sweet Ruby ride to campus?
Yes, all incoming UCF freshmen can bring their cars to campus. All they need to do is register their car with parking services and buy the appropriate decal.
You can register your car and purchase your parking decal on the parking website before move-in.
Mom, I told you. The answer is always go to the website. Okay, hold on. If you really want to know. My mom is curious. How do you pay the rent here at UCF?
Housing payments are billed directly to your student account. You can check it on your MyUCF. We do not mail any paper invoices or bills.
Wait, what was that?
We do not mail any paper invoices or bills.
Really? Where's the account information?
Wait. I know. It's on the website.
Yes, you can check it on your MyUCF.
And good news, if you have any financial aid, it can be used to pay for your housing costs.
If your student's MyUCF account shows enough anticipated financial aid to cover tuition, fees, and housing, the housing payment is automatically deferred until the financial aid is dispersed. All financial aid money, including scholarships, grants, and loans, will show up in your UCF account. That money is first used to pay for tuition and fees. Then, any leftover is automatically taken for housing.
For more information on your specific account, please call a housing accountant with your PID. So that's it. All you need to know before you move in.
That was fun, informative, and educational. Don't you think?
Yeah, it sure was, but kind of knew all that already. Hold on. Hi, Mom. Yeah, they're right here. Okay. I don't know. I really don't know. Hold on one second. We have some more questions.
No worries. We got 2 more videos. We'll get to that eventually.
See you next time.